All right, John. So, this is going to be our first therapy session. I know you don't like to lie down. You like to sit up. It makes you feel more comfortable. I read your bio. And I just want to say I appreciate the fees that you're going to be paying me for this session. And I want you to understand that it's not all about money. It's up to you. Only you can heal yourself. Only we can heal ourselves, John. So I need you to understand that you have to be 100 complete honest with me. And you have to tell me everything that's going on. Yeah, you got a point. Let's start with, is there any situations that has recently happened to you that is having you upset right now? Feel free to share. And John, remember, don't hold back. Tell me everything. Look, Slayer, you seem like a very, very reasonable person. Are you a reasonable person? Yes, I'm waiting for a response.
Yes.
Okay. So with you being a reasonable person, I want you to let me know if this makes sense. So I go to Walgreens. I went to Walgreens last night. I went to go pick me up, you know, a bag of chips. Cause, I was hungry. I had just got done from a long, busy day. All I wanted to do was get my chips and go home and go to sleep. Right?
I guess, John.
Okay. So I see it's a long line. And I'm like, my whole plan was to come here and get one bag of chips. I'm not finna wait in this long line just to get one bag of chips. And I walk up to the line thinking that, the older lady that was in front of me, I'm thinking she gonna be a kind, a kind elder. Cause elders gotta respect the youngins too. They gotta respect the youngins too. Like it don't just go one way. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. So anyway, okay, John. So what I'm hearing, you went to Walgreens after a long day of work. You had a long day. All you wanted was a bag of chips, correct?
Yeah, nigga, you been listening?
Okay. And they weren't able to give you these bag of chips or something, or carry on with the situation. Hey, Dr. Hallmall, I was getting into the whole reason why. So like, don't interrupt me again, please.
Wow, buddy,
Okay?
getting a little too
Okay,
serious.
I'm not. Okay, so look. So I tap on the old lady's shoulder and I'm like, hey, ma'am, you see, I only got one bag of chips. I see you got a whole cart full of stuff. A whole cart full of
Uh-huh.
stuff. Like, do you think that
What the
I could,
fuck?
step in front of you and just, get to the front of this line? Because my plan was to ask her, then to ask the other person in front of her, ask going down the line, because for some reason everybody in this line got full carts full of groceries and stuff. And they see me with one bag of chips. So anyway,
John, I think we're running out of
so
time. The time is
I
running
tap on her
late.
shoulder and I asked her, and she said, "Oh, I'm sorry, baby. I gotta get going. I got stuff to do." So, Doc, you know what I did?
What? What could he have done to her?
John, what did you do? What did you do to her? I smacked the fuck out of that girl. Smacked her so hard her dentures flew out her mouth. And guess what? You know the escalator that you put your groceries on? It started going up. Cause when I slapped the mess out of her, she started leaning on the little button that you press, to make the stuff go down and all that. You remember back in the day you could press that button? So she leaning on that and her dentures going down. Tell me why her dentures actually scanned through the register. That was one incident.